This isn't just another eclipse. It's an unprecedented cosmic event poised to change everything. Have you felt it? The subtle, yet undeniable shift in the air, a pull that feels both familiar and alien. This isn't a random occurrence. It's a celestial intervention specifically targeted at those of you between the ages of 40 and 65. You're not alone if you're sensing that the very foundations of your life are beginning to tremble, because what's coming is designed to initiate a profound reevaluation of your path. The universe is about to reveal a course correction, one that's been in the works for quite some time, and this eclipse is the catalyst for this grand unveiling. The path you thought was set, the direction you believed was fixed, is about to be completely upended, and this isn't just about a little change, it's about a complete reevaluation of your career, your relationships, even the very core of who you believe yourself to be. Notice the pattern. This particular age range, 40 to 65, is uniquely susceptible to this eclipse's transformative energy, as if the cosmos has pinpointed this time of life as the prime opportunity for significant evolution. It's as if the universe is holding up a cosmic mirror, reflecting back at you all the hidden truths, the repressed emotions, the desires you've tucked away and believed you could ignore. This eclipse is set to illuminate every corner of your being that you may have kept in the dark, all the parts you've been avoiding, all the choices you've been putting off. The universe is not here to shame you, but to urge you to acknowledge the pieces that need healing and release. And beyond this mirror is something more. A doorway is opening as the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds thins during this eclipse. Imagine the walls separating these realms are becoming almost transparent, and you might be feeling more sensitive to the unseen forces, more attuned to the whispers of your intuition, more receptive to spiritual encounters that might have seemed impossible just days ago. The veil is almost non-existent. Are you ready to handle who or what might be watching you? This eclipse isn't just a celestial event. It's a crucial moment specifically designed to push you onto your true life path. It begs the question, are you ready to step into the life that's been calling to you? The significance of this period cannot be overstated. It's not just another phase or a little bump in the road. It is a complete recalibration, and there's no going back to the way things were. The impact scale is immense, as this eclipse brings into the light those desires you've kept hidden, those emotions you've repressed, and those subconscious blocks that have kept you from thriving. This eclipse will illuminate long-held aspirations, turning them into immediate possibilities and bringing to the surface the uncomfortable truths that you've been avoiding. This is not a minor shift. This is a seismic transformation that will touch every area of your existence. This eclipse will challenge everything you thought you knew about your life, about the direction you are headed, even about your own identity. What you believed was set in stone, what you thought was the only option, is now being completely reconfigured. The ground beneath your feet is shifting, creating a need to not only learn new things, but to relearn everything. You are being invited into a great unveiling of your highest potential, a life that resonates more deeply with your true self. Instead of a midlife crisis, which implies something to fear, consider this a midlife awakening, activated by the powerful forces of the cosmos. This period isn't a sign of failure, but an empowering opportunity for immense growth and transformation. It's a time where the old and outdated must fall away so that the new and aligned can emerge. It is the moment you've been waiting for, the opportunity to leave behind what no longer serves you and step into the truest version of yourself. Here's what's happening. The eclipse is acting as a cosmic mirror, revealing all the parts of yourself you've hidden in the dark. The universe is reflecting back at you what you've tried to ignore, making it impossible to pretend anymore. This includes those suppressed angers you've tried to bury, those unfulfilled dreams you've abandoned, and those toxic relationship patterns you've grown too accustomed to. What you've been avoiding, the things that have kept you stagnant, will now be illuminated, demanding your attention and urging you to heal. The core concept here is that the veil between worlds is thinning, which makes you more receptive to intuitive guidance and direct communication from spiritual realms. You're becoming hypersensitive to the subtle energy around you and the messages from the unseen world, making the whispers of your soul louder than ever. The truth is, the spiritual world has been trying to communicate with you all along, but the eclipse is now amplifying this connection, making the messages impossible to ignore. These aren't random coincidences. These are direct lines of communication from the universe, tailor-made for you. Pay attention to the recurring number patterns you keep seeing, the specific animals that keep crossing your path, the vivid dreams that feel more real than reality. Each one is a coded message, a spiritual breadcrumb leading you to a deeper understanding of your current experience. Notice the pattern. You're not just experiencing the normal challenges of midlife. There's an energetic element happening, a cosmic force that is guiding you as you are finally ready to hear the messages that have been around you all along. It's no accident you're tuning in now. You are finally ready to receive the guidance that will transform your life. Have you already felt the pull? Have you been experiencing more intense dreams or sudden bursts of intuition that seem to come out of nowhere? You might be wondering who or what might be watching you as the veil thins between the worlds. Are you ready to handle what you might discover and the unseen entities that may be wanting your attention? This eclipse is not a random astrological event. It's a meticulously orchestrated cosmic invitation, specifically for people in the 40-65 age group. This is a cosmic event that has been set up for you, and only for you, inviting you into a more purposeful existence after you've faced your shadow. What you will learn here will help you move into a life of aligned action, with a deeper understanding of your purpose and how you will use your unique gifts. What I'm sharing will give you the keys to unlock your energetic expansion, creating a path forward with more clarity so you can finally step into what you were born to be. Let's talk about what you might be experiencing or will soon be experiencing as this eclipse begins to take hold. This isn't some distant, abstract event. It's an energetic shift that will be profoundly felt in your body, your emotions, and even your thoughts. You may find that your sleep patterns are disrupted, tossing and turning, unable to find a comfortable position. You might experience sudden bursts of energy, followed by periods of intense fatigue, as if your body is recalibrating to a new energetic frequency. Everyday sounds might become overwhelming, like the world is turned up too loud. You might feel inexplicably anxious or restless, a sense that something is about to happen, but you can't quite put your finger on what. This isn't just stress or a lack of sleep. These are the tangible effects of the eclipse energy coursing through your system, disrupting your usual rhythms. It's important for you to understand this is not random. What you are feeling is part of a collective shift, and as the eclipse intensifies, so will these sensations. Perhaps you've dismissed these feelings as just getting older, but it's so much more than that. The eclipse is not just affecting the cosmos, it's rewriting the very blueprint of your physical experience, so don't diminish what you are feeling. The point is, your body is a barometer, and it's registering the monumental changes that are unfolding around you, and more importantly, within you. If any of this resonates, pay very close attention, because it is only the beginning. And then there are your emotions. They are going to be a roller coaster. You might find yourself revisiting old wounds, hurts you thought were healed, suddenly feeling raw and exposed, as if they just happened yesterday. Long-forgotten regrets might resurface, nagging at your conscience, reminding you of choices you've made or chances you didn't take. Resentments you've tried to bury might bubble to the surface, demanding to be acknowledged and addressed. The eclipse is amplifying these feelings, making them impossible to ignore. This is not about wallowing in the past, but about finally giving these emotions the space they need to be felt and released. You need to understand, for this age group in particular, these emotions can be intense. You may find that the emotional patterns you've established over the years will start to intensify. For example, if you tend to avoid conflict, you might find yourself in situations where confrontation becomes unavoidable. If you've spent years putting everyone else's needs before your own, you might experience an overwhelming urge to reclaim your own desires. Relationships will also be reflecting your internal landscape, and if you've been in a relationship where your needs have been consistently ignored, that dynamic will only become amplified. A normally passive partner may suddenly become assertive, and those relationships that are built on lack of intimacy may suddenly implode, as the cracks that were already there start to widen and become impossible to ignore. These are not random. They are a reflection of what has been lying dormant in your subconscious, being amplified by the eclipse energy. The key here is not to resist what's coming up, but to allow yourself to feel the intensity, to move through it, so that you can finally release the old and make way for the new. This also means that the eclipse is not just about feeling old emotions, it's about confronting the patterns that have been holding you back. Self-sabotaging behaviors that have been operating under the surface will now be brought into the light. Those habits you've been tolerating, those choices you've been making, will now be impossible to ignore. For instance, if you've been overworking because you fear inadequacy, that pattern will become so loud, so intense, that you will be forced to address it. If you've been avoiding intimacy because you're terrified of being abandoned, the lack of connection will become unbearable. These patterns aren't random, they stem from unhealed emotional wounds, and this eclipse is forcing you to finally acknowledge the link between your behavior and your subconscious beliefs. The things you've been avoiding, that you've been justifying, that you've been sweeping under the rug, will now be illuminated. What was once unconscious is now being made conscious, and that is why this eclipse is so impactful, because you can no longer pretend. You will now be forced to face these patterns head-on, and when you see them clearly, you have the opportunity to release them, but you must first understand the link between what you do and why you do it, or else you will continue to repeat the cycle. The eclipse is here to reveal these patterns. It's here to say, enough is enough. The question is, are you ready to listen? Now let's delve into the spiritual dimension. The veil between worlds is thinning, and as a result, your intuitive senses are becoming heightened. You might suddenly know things as if a direct download is happening. You will experience gut feelings so strong that you cannot ignore them, a deeper knowing that bypasses the logical mind. Vivid dreams that feel incredibly real might become common, offering symbolic messages and insights into your subconscious. Synchronicities, those seemingly coincidental events that feel too meaningful to be random, will start to appear with more frequency. You may notice recurring number patterns or hear songs that hold special meaning, as if the universe itself is trying to get your attention. This is not your imagination, this is your intuition activating, a spiritual compass guiding you through this intense period of change. These experiences are not meant to confuse you, but to assist you. They are the whispers of your soul, the gentle nudges of the universe trying to show you the way. It's like you're finally tuning into a radio station that has always been playing, but now the signal is so clear you can no longer ignore it. This is your inner knowing becoming amplified, and it's important that you pay attention to these signs because they are here to help you navigate this profound energetic shift. You are not alone in this experience, and the universe is communicating with you, but are you ready to listen? And it's not just your intuition that's being amplified. You might also notice a shift in the way that spiritual forces are communicating with you. The universe has many ways of making itself known, and the messages can come through in many different forms. You might experience them through the natural world. You might notice certain animals repeatedly crossing your path, a hawk, a cat, a dragonfly, each carrying a unique spiritual message. You could be hearing whispers or subtle voices, just on the edge of your perception, offering guidance or reassurance. You might experience a strong chill in a room when no one else does, or a sudden sense of being watched when you are alone. These are all signs that you are becoming more sensitive to the spiritual realms. But it's essential to understand that not all spiritual communication is positive. There are many entities in the spirit world, some benevolent, and some not. And just as you are becoming more sensitive to the positive forces, you may also be more vulnerable to the negative ones. This is why discernment is crucial. You must learn to distinguish between energies that uplift you and those that drain you. It is vital to understand that while the thinning veil can open you to new spiritual gifts, it can also leave you open to potential manipulation and interference, and you must be discerning with what you allow into your field. Are you ready to discern which messages to listen to and which to ignore? This is why you need to be aware. As the veil thins, you may attract some entities that are not aligned with your highest good. A negative entity might present itself as charming, initially making you feel good, but leaving you drained and depleted later. They might try to manipulate your fears, creating a sense of dependency, and they might try to convince you to act in ways that compromise your well-being. A positive guide, on the other hand, will always leave you with a sense of peace, clarity, and empowerment. They will inspire you, challenge you to grow, and encourage you to trust your intuition. They'll never push you or make you feel unsafe. Instead, they'll gently guide you towards a higher path, and when you connect with them, you will feel a sense of love, compassion, and deep connection. The key here is to pay attention to how you feel after a spiritual encounter. Does it leave you feeling lighter and more expansive, or does it leave you feeling drained and uneasy? You must learn to trust your gut feeling. It is your strongest tool of discernment in these times of heightened sensitivity. The message here is, not every spiritual encounter is a positive one, and this eclipse will make you more susceptible to outside interference, so you must become more aware of how to protect yourself. It is critical that you only engage with high-vibrational beings so that you are not led down the wrong path. What will you choose? So how do you protect yourself? During this period, you must establish strong spiritual boundaries, fortifying your energetic field so that you can interact with the spiritual realms without becoming a victim of negative interference. Grounding practices are essential. This could be as simple as walking barefoot on the earth, visualizing roots growing from your feet into the earth's core, or spending time in nature. These practices will help anchor you, keeping you firmly connected to your physical body while strengthening your energetic field. Setting clear intentions is also crucial. Before any meditation or spiritual practice, state your intention out loud, only engaging with beings of light and those who align with your highest good. You can also create a protective energy shield by visualizing a bubble of white light surrounding your body, acting as a barrier against any negative energy as you go about your day. Spiritual cleansing practices, like smudging with sage or using certain crystals, can help clear any stagnant energy from your space and your body. These aren't just rituals, they are powerful tools that can help you navigate the thinning veil safely and with more discernment. As you protect your energy and use your intuition as a compass, you can be sure you are only engaging with those who have your best interests at heart. You have the power. Are you ready to use it? This brings us to a fundamental shift in perspective. You are not a passive observer in this eclipse. You are an active participant in your own transformation. You have the power to choose how you engage with this energy, how you will navigate the changes that are unfolding, and the direction you'll take after this profound reset. The eclipse is not happening to you, it's happening for you, and you are a co-creator of your own experience. This is not a cosmic event that is beyond your control. It's an invitation to step into your power and become the architect of your own destiny. You're not at the mercy of the universe, you're a vital part of its grand design, and what will unfold depends on the actions you take, the choices you make, and the intentions you set. The narrative of this eclipse is not just about cosmic forces, it's also about your own agency and your willingness to step into a more active role. You have the ability to move forward. Do you accept the challenge? The old story is ending, and you are the author of the new one. And if you're to be the author of your new story, you will need to release the old. The eclipse provides the perfect time to let go of old patterns that are no longer serving you. Start with journaling. Write down the limiting beliefs that have been holding you back, the resentments you've been clinging to, the fears that have been keeping you small. Don't censor yourself, let it all out, and then look at each of these things and see if they truly belong in your future. This process might feel uncomfortable, but it is a necessary step for growth, as you can only move forward when you've released the weight of the past. Forgiveness is another vital aspect of releasing old patterns, and while this might feel impossible, understand that forgiveness isn't about condoning the actions of others. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional burden you've been carrying. Let go of attachments, release the need to control outcomes or people, and allow the universe to unfold as it will. This might require you to be brave and vulnerable, but that's a part of the journey. The old ways are making way for the new, so what will you choose to take forward, and what will you leave behind? The eclipse is highlighting what has to go, but it is up to you to finally let it go. As you release the old, you can start to set clear intentions for the future. This isn't about creating a perfect plan, it's about tuning into your authentic desires and aligning with your highest purpose. Instead of focusing on what you think you should, want, or what you've been told is realistic, ask yourself what you truly desire, what truly lights you up from the inside. Start by focusing on your core values and build your intentions around them. These intentions must come from a place of truth, not from a place of fear or from trying to impress others. Your intentions are like seeds that you plant in the soil of your consciousness, and you will need to nurture them with positive thoughts and emotions to help them grow. Visualize the future that you're creating, feel the emotions as if they are already real, and trust that the universe will support you in bringing them into existence. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a powerful act of co-creation, aligning your will with the will of the universe. When your actions align with your intentions, you create a powerful energetic pull that draws your desires closer to you. This is not just about wanting something, it's about choosing the path that resonates with your authentic self. Are you ready to create the future you've always desired? And finally, the insights you gain during this eclipse need to be integrated into your daily life. This isn't just about a moment of revelation, it's about creating lasting change. Establish a daily practice of meditation, even just for a few minutes, to stay grounded and to tune into your intuition. Use affirmations to reinforce the positive changes you're making and to reprogram any limiting beliefs. Incorporate mindful check-ins throughout your day to notice your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. Are you acting from a place of love or fear? Are you making choices that align with your authentic desires, or are you falling back into old patterns? These mindful check-ins will help you stay on track and help you to course-correct as needed. Use the tools at your disposal to keep yourself aligned with the new path you are choosing. This is a process that will require continuous effort and dedication, and the change will only be permanent when you make it a part of your everyday life. What will you do today to start building that new reality? You are not just going through a change, you are being reborn. This period of upheaval will lead you to a more purpose-driven and aligned existence. Imagine a future where your daily actions resonate with your core values, where your interactions are authentic, and where your choices are driven by your intuition. This isn't just a distant dream. It's your potential future, coming into sharper focus with each passing day. You might discover a new career that finally fulfills you, or a relationship that resonates more deeply with your soul, or a creative outlet that helps you connect with your inner self. This eclipse isn't about destroying your life. It's about clearing the path for a more authentic and purposeful existence. It's about letting go of the old that no longer serves and opening yourself up to a future that feels more true, more aligned with who you really are. You are being invited to step into a life that is a true reflection of your soul. Are you ready? And as you move through this eclipse, you will emerge with greater emotional resilience, spiritual clarity, and a stronger connection to your true self. You'll find that you're less reactive, more intuitive, and have a greater capacity for both empathy and self-love. The things that once triggered you will now hold less power, because you will be more aware of your own emotional landscape and more capable of managing your reactions. You will be able to see the bigger picture, to understand the purpose behind the challenges, and to move through life with more grace and wisdom. This is a liberation, a letting go of old patterns and stepping into a more empowered version of yourself, and it's all happening as the eclipse is rewriting your reality. This isn't just a slight shift, it is a complete transformation where you will be free of what is no longer aligned and more in touch with your inner guidance. What is waiting for you on the other side is beyond what you can imagine. You are not alone on this journey. There's a community of people just like you, going through similar experiences, and it is through these shared experiences that you will find support and encouragement. If you're feeling drawn to this message, know that you're not alone, and you're invited to share your thoughts in the comments below. Connect with others who are also navigating these shifts. Build a network of support so that you can share and receive encouragement along the way. The strength that you will receive from your community will help you through some of the more challenging parts of the transformation. Together, you can navigate these intense energies, learn from each other's experiences, and find strength in collective understanding. These experiences can be even more profound when they are shared with others, as this gives them validation and builds the sense that they are not just imagining this. Community is key during times like these. You are stronger when you have support. You are invited to be part of a movement that is about transforming each of us into our highest potential. Will you be a part of it? You have the power to shape your future, and this eclipse is not a moment of fear. It's an invitation to reclaim your authentic self, to embrace a more purposeful existence, and to step into a future that is truly aligned with your soul. This isn't the end of an era, it's the beginning of a new one, and you are the main character in your story. You're not just reacting to life, you are actively creating it. You're not just enduring, you are thriving. You are not just changing, you are transforming. Imagine yourself stepping into your authentic self, filled with confidence and self-acceptance, knowing that you have the power to navigate any challenge. This is the vision that you need to hold on to move through this next phase and into your most empowered and aligned self. The eclipse has the power to change everything, and you have the power to create a world that is better than you have ever imagined. What will you choose? So let's bring all of this together, shall we? This eclipse has acted as a mirror, reflecting back at you all the parts of yourself that you've kept hidden in the dark. Those hidden desires, those long-forgotten dreams, those unacknowledged patterns, they've all been brought into the light. It's not a coincidence that you are in this age group, 40 to 65, because this is the time in your life where you are being asked to become more authentic. This is not some random event. This was a cosmic design made specifically for this point in your life, and that is why you're feeling it so intensely. You were never meant to stay small. This isn't about pointing out your flaws, but about showing you that these shadow aspects are actually the keys to your greatest transformation. The intense emotions you've been experiencing are directly tied to suppressed desires, things you've been putting aside for far too long. It's time to acknowledge these shadows, embrace them, because they are a part of you, and they are here to help you step into the new version of yourself that you are meant to be. The eclipse has amplified these experiences, forcing you to confront what you have been avoiding, and now that you see it, you can finally begin to heal and move forward with more clarity. And remember, the veil between worlds is thinner now, making you more sensitive, more intuitive. All those signs, the dreams, the synchronicities, and the intense feelings, those weren't random. They were part of a cohesive message, guiding you on your unique path. The spiritual realm is not something outside of you, but a constant interaction that is now being turned up. The gut feelings, the vivid dreams, the repetitive number patterns, they're all part of the same symphony, the universe trying to get your attention, speaking directly to your soul. The messages are meant specifically for you, for your unique journey. You are being given guidance constantly if you are open enough to receive it, and it's not just your intuition. The spiritual forces are also at work, showing you signs through nature, through whispers, through chills, all to show you that you are not alone, and they are here to help you on this journey. Your path is not isolated. It's part of a bigger story, and all you have to do is listen to the whispers of your soul. This eclipse is not just about disruption, it's about profound self-awareness and an urgent push towards authenticity. The various pieces of information you've gathered, the emotional upheaval, the physical changes, and the heightened intuitive experiences all come together to create a single, unified message. It's time to align with your true purpose, not what society or your family expects of you. The crisis you may be feeling is not a crisis at all, but a purposeful spiritual awakening designed for your highest evolution. All of these steps were necessary, even the difficult ones. They were designed to move you forward. This wasn't some mistake or random cosmic occurrence. It was a meticulously crafted journey to lead you here, to this very moment. The path ahead is clearer, your direction is more defined, but you must be brave enough to take it. And now, let's shift your perspective. You must understand that this period of revelation is not an isolated incident, but part of a larger cycle of personal evolution. This isn't the end, it's a powerful beginning. You aren't going back to the old version of yourself. This is a continuous journey, a constant process of refinement, a pattern of growth. The shifts you are experiencing now are setting the stage for the future, showing you what to leave behind and also showing you what to move towards. This is not a one-time event, it is a continuous unveiling where you are constantly refining, growing, and becoming more aligned to your true nature. Each step, each choice, each moment of awareness is helping you to become the most authentic version of yourself. This is your journey, it was always yours, but now you are truly beginning to see where you are going. You are not alone in this transformation. The eclipse is part of a collective shift for your age group, a shared experience that makes you part of something bigger. This isn't a random event, but a deliberate attempt by the universe to guide you toward your highest potential. It is happening to everyone in your age group, because this is the time where you are being called to awaken. This is a mass awakening, and you are a part of this movement, and it was never meant to be a solitary journey. You are part of a collective experience, and that shared understanding will help you realize you are not alone. You were never meant to struggle alone. This was designed to bring all of you together, to share, to encourage, and to guide one another through this powerful shift. Together, you are a force to be reckoned with, ready to take your place in the new world that is being created. This eclipse is designed to help you move into a more authentic and purpose-driven life, as all the old structures that were built on external expectations now must fall away, so you can build the life you were meant to lead. You now know what patterns to release and what to move towards, and this is not a suggestion, this is a divine directive. The patterns of releasing the old and embracing the new are essential. You must let go to move forward. This is not a time to hold on to what is familiar. You must be brave enough to leave the old ways behind. You are being asked to step out of what no longer resonates, what no longer feels right, to make way for a new way of being, a new way of living. You must understand, you are not just changing, you are evolving, and it's time you start to see your life as one of limitless possibilities. The changes you make during this time will ripple through your life, creating profound and lasting effects in every area. The choices you make and what you take action on will set you up for the next phase of your life, amplified by the eclipse energy. The work you put in now will create a path for the future, where your career will fulfill you, where your relationships are based on love and respect, and where you will have a spiritual connection that will be your constant guide. These are not just wishes, these are the results of your actions, and the changes you make now are not temporary, they are setting you on a path for long-term fulfillment. The future you desire is coming into focus, and you will have the opportunity to create the life you always imagined. This is not just about change, this is about evolution. The old version of yourself is falling away to make way for the new, and you must now understand that this is a powerful opportunity to align your actions and intentions with your highest potential. This transformation is not about being different, it's a return to your true self. It's not about shedding parts of yourself, it's about uncovering what was always there. This is a process of remembering, a journey to the core of your being, and what you uncover will change everything. You have the power to change your life at any moment, and the only limitation is your willingness to accept this transformation and step into the new version of yourself that is waiting to be born. And if you still have questions, let's address them now. The thinning veil has allowed you to receive messages and guidance from the spiritual realm, and this is your key to moving forward. The messages are not coincidences. They are part of a deliberate design to show you the path you were meant to take. This wasn't random. The signs, the synchronicities, the intense feelings were all part of a plan to lead you into the next phase of your life. Now that you are aware of this, you can step into your future with more purpose and more intention. As the universe is always guiding you, it's always showing you the way. This was always happening, now it's just become louder, so you can no longer deny it. The midlife crisis is being reframed as a midlife awakening, and it's being amplified by the eclipse energy to help you align with your true purpose. The universe isn't just asking you to change, it is asking you to step into your power and to be the guide you were meant to be. This isn't just about your own transformation, it's about how you can contribute your unique gifts to the world. You are being invited to share your wisdom, your compassion, and your experience to be a beacon of light and to help others on their own path. You are more powerful than you realize, and it's time you understand the purpose behind your experiences. It's time to finally step into the role you were always meant to play. Let's talk about those initial tension points, those questions you had at the beginning of this video. You are not alone. You are part of a massive shift, a collective awakening that is happening for this very age group. You are more than ready. You've been preparing for this your entire life, and all of the challenges you have faced have made you stronger, wiser, and more resilient. You can absolutely handle this. You have everything you need within you to navigate this transformation and step into the new chapter of your life. You have always had the power, but now you have clarity, the fear is falling away, and you are ready to create the life you were meant to have. You are not at the mercy of outside forces, you are in control, and you are ready to move forward with more awareness and intention. The most challenging part of this transformation is now complete. You are equipped to move forward, and the energy of the eclipse is supporting you every step of the way. Breathe, release, and relax. You have everything you need, and the words that you needed to hear, the guidance you needed, the support, it has all been given to you. You are now more complete, more empowered, and are finally ready to step into the new version of yourself that you were always meant to be. The urgency is beginning to fade, replaced by a sense of peace and calm, and you can move forward with more confidence, knowing that you are on the right path. The transformation is complete, the hard part is over, and you are now ready to begin the next phase. So what new intentions will you set for the next phase of your life? This is not the end of the journey, it's a new beginning, a new level of understanding, and the path ahead is wide open for exploration. You have been refined by the fire of the eclipse, and the future is yours to create. You have the opportunity to move towards your authentic path with even more intention and awareness. What new ways can you expand and grow? How can you use this newfound knowledge to guide you into the future? You are now beginning to see your life in a new way, and the potential ahead is beyond anything you can currently imagine. There are new opportunities for spiritual growth, deeper connections with others, and a greater impact on the world. And as you continue on this journey, you'll discover that your potential is limitless. You will dive deeper into your spiritual gifts, you will share your talents with the world, and you will understand that you are part of something much bigger than yourself. You are now equipped to use all that you have learned to create an abundant and fulfilling future. You are more powerful than you know, and your ability to contribute to the world is limitless. Share your experiences in the comments below, connect with this community, and know that you are not alone. The support and connection during this transformative process is vital as we rise together. We understand what you are going through, and that shared understanding will help you feel supported, encouraged, and loved. This is a collective journey, and through sharing our experiences, we strengthen each other on our path. You are invited to join this movement, to share your wisdom, and to receive encouragement as we transform together. And finally, if you felt drawn to this message, then like and subscribe, and stay tuned for future content, because there is so much more to come, and you are on the verge of discovering an entirely new version of yourself. This isn't the end of your journey, it's the beginning of a new chapter, and we look forward to continuing this exploration together. There is more guidance, more wisdom, and more understanding to come, and we will see you in the next video.